Hi guys, it's Leela Mullen and I'm here with Sunday for our next episode of Sundays with Sunday. And today I thought I'd just take a minute to discuss one of the really important concepts that I try to remember every day when I'm working with the horses, and especially with off-the-track thoroughbreds. They're actually super responsive and sensitive, and once they kind of access the thinking part of their brain, they really can think kind of quickly and click along. So one thing that I think it's important to mention is making sure that when you do something with your horse and they do something correct and they get the concept or they answer the question correctly, that you make sure that you have a really timely release. And not only do we need to be giving the horses a release from pressure when they do something right, we need to be doing it as frequently as possible. So a lot of really quality horsemen discuss the fact that giving the horses small incremental challenges or questions and then releasing frequently is actually shown to increase the rate at which they learn and progress, versus kind of doing something for a long time or doing something over and over and over again, expecting them to kind of get it perfect before you give them a release from the pressure. So basically what you have to think about is the premise that Ray Hunt and Tom Durrance and Buck Brannaman talk about, which is you have to reward the try. So the minute you're doing an exercise or you ask a question of your horse and they even start to mentally think of the right idea or the right answer, you should give a release and kind of give them a moment to think, have some peace, look for signals that they're relaxing, like licking and chewing and yawning and taking a deep breath. All of those things that kind of release relaxation functions in the horse, so that they don't have any anxiety, they keep their learning frame of mind, and they also understand that what they just did was the right answer. So for me, I follow the methodology of when your horse does something correct, and your horse gives you the slightest try in the right direction, I reward that with peace. So if I was to ask Sunday to move to the left of me, the minute he moves to the left, I'm going to reward that by decreasing the pressure. Or if I ask him to back, the minimal amount of effort that I put into it and the smallest command I give him to back, and the minute he makes an effort in that direction, I'm going to reward that. So that way, next time he knows, hey, I got a reward in peace as soon as she asks this of me. So, that is how you kind of get horses to build their learning blocks, their building blocks of their foundation. It's how you get horses responding quickly and progressing, is to reward them. And it's how you get horses light, what we would call light and soft, easy to move on a feel, easy to kind of operate without feeling like you have to use a lot of direct or indirect pressure with them to get them to do the things you're asking. So with thoroughbreds, like the off-the-trackers I've been working with, sometimes they kind of get their feet moving and they tend to want to move, or they tend to have really good work ethic. So once they get an idea, they want to move along really quickly and they want to go, okay, I did this and now my feet are moving and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do this. And sometimes when they kind of start snowballing like that, their adrenaline also gets up, and so does their anxiety. So for these thoroughbreds, it's really important to kind of reward and as frequently as possible get them to a state of relaxation and peace, kind of like Sunday is right now. The more I can get these guys to do an exercise or answer a question that might include pressure or some anxiety because they don't know what they're doing yet, or they don't understand the question fully, the minute they kind of get an anxiety or they get a lot of energy that isn't wanted, the quicker I can kind of get the idea through to them that every time you do something right, we take this kind of chillax stance. You get to relax, you get to have peace, nobody's going to bother you, nobody's going to continue to overload you with pressure that is unwanted. The easier it is to kind of get them to go to this mental state every time a new question is asked of them, or every time they're in a new environment, or every time something scary happens. if you can move their feet and they can answer a question that they already know the correct answer to, like when I get scared or when I go forward, unwanted, if I roll my hindquarters, everything settles down and everything gets peaceful. So that's kind of one of the concepts we're working on with the Off the Trackers, is that the answer isn't always get my adrenaline up and run off, because that's all they know. That's always been the right answer to them. That's what racehorses do. So for us, it's kind of completely flipping the switch and saying, if you get to that point, we're going to reward you as soon as you get a little quiet, or as soon as your feet move the right direction, we're going to reward you. So we're going to do it often. We're going to reward frequently. And we're going to reward the slightest try so that we have something to build on. So I just thought it was worth taking a few minutes tonight to talk about on our Sundays with Sunday episode, that the importance of kind of rewarding the try in your horse, and releasing them from pressure when they give you the slightest indication that they're moving toward the right answer, because that's what's encouraging to them. That's what's going to encourage them to continue to seek out the right answers. So I'm Leland Mullen. This is Sunday and we appreciate you joining us for our 7th episode of Sundays with Sunday. So we hope you guys have some stuff to think about and work on for the week, and we hope everybody's staying safe, and we will talk to you guys next Sunday. Thanks, and have a great week, guys.